Are you in a relationship dynamic, either as a fearful avoidant or anxious preoccupied with each other? In this fearful avoidant, anxious preoccupied trap, which is just another version essentially of the typical anxious avoidant trap, there may be some really crucial things you can do to improve your communication. And whether this is for you in a family relationship, a romantic relationship, or a friendship, it's really important to understand as the anxious preoccupied in this video today, how to communicate your fears to the fearful avoidant partner. So that's what we're going to cover. We'll go through 7 core things that you can do and really important key factors to become aware of so that you have the ability to master communication and get out of these roadblocks and conflicts that you may find yourself going through continuously. First and foremost, fearful avoidant attachment styles respond extraordinarily well to vulnerability. The more you are vulnerable and the more you are clear, fearful avoidance will tend to respond very effectively. If you criticize a fearful avoidant, you say, oh, you never do X, Y, Z, instead of saying, hey, I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling afraid, if you share that extra bit of vulnerability, this is what fearful avoidance respond to extraordinarily well, especially if it feels like there's an absence of blame and instead an addition of sharing. Number 2, don't pressure the fearful avoidant. When you're communicating what you need, tell them, I don't expect you to be perfect at this, but I really hope you can try. And not try to be perfect. I really hope you can try to do X, Y, Z, right? So, like, let's say, for example, that you're asking for more consistency. You might say, hey, consistency is really important to me in a relationship. And I don't expect you to be consistent and perfect at it all the time. But if you can try to be a little more consistent, that would go a really long way for me. And so, if you're communicating in that form, this is where fearful avoidance can take this in, hear this, allow this to land, and it goes much better. Number 3, don't be afraid to make small compromises over time and to take baby steps together in terms of where you're going. Number 4, when you are communicating to a fearful avoidant, one of the best things that you can do is be transparent and honest. Fearful avoidants respond extremely well to transparency. If you're like, hey, this is what's going on inside of my inner world, or hey, this is this concern that's come up for me, or I'm bringing this up because XYZ, like the more transparency you bring to the conversation, the secret sauce for fearful avoidance when it comes to communication is if you're vulnerable and if you're really transparent and if you're super clear and non-pressuring. I mean, these are some huge, huge things. I'm going to give you 3 other ones, but before I do this, I just want to say as well, if you want to do a much deeper dive into the whole FAAP relationship, I actually have a course that outlines all the major things that are relevant, what to expect, what the relationship starts off as, then how it sort of transforms into some of the challenges and the power struggle, and exactly the tools you need to get out of the power struggle and to stay connected. We cover core wounds, we cover fears, we cover needs, we cover communication, boundaries, emotional regulation, like all these different things. So if you want to do a deep dive into it, I'll put the link down below, and it's free, completely free for 14 days. And it actually gives you access to all of PDFs for 14 days for free. Number 5, don't be afraid to over-explain a little bit. Share the why. And I don't mean do this to such a strong degree where you overdo it, like you tell them all the things that are upsetting you all at once, because that never feels good for anybody to receive. But if something's bothering you or you have a really important need, don't be afraid to say, hey, I really need, consistency, or I really need reassurance sometimes because for me as a child, I experienced abandonment. And so now that's what comes up for me and my big fear in relationships. And while I'll work on that, like I would love to, get a little bit of your support there too. If you communicate in that way and you share the why behind things, again, it sort of adds this layer of transparency, but it also adds understanding. And when fearful avoidants have that as well, they tend to respond extremely effectively. Number 6, be appreciative when you see change. Okay. So don't forget to like acknowledge if you see your partner putting in the effort to say, hey, I noticed you're really trying to be more consistent. Thank you. It gives somebody this sense of like, hey, I'm trying here and it's not falling on deaf ears. And last but not least, number 7, don't be afraid to also validate their emotions when they're triggered. If you communicate with a fearful avoidant and you validate their emotions when they're upset, it really calms them down. If you say something like, hey, I can see you're upset and I understand why. I don't want to fight with you, but let's talk it out. This, like, I can see you're upset and I understand why, goes such a long way for the fearful avoidant. So, seven major, major tips. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know questions if you have them down below. And also, if you want to see more content in the fearful, avoidant, anxious, preoccupied relationship, hit the like button. I'm going to use this as a voting system to see where we get the most likes and create more content according to that. So, thank you for stopping by. Please consider subscribing if you're enjoying this channel. I would love to have you here. And thank you so much for watching.